Modern relationships are a minefield. Have you ever been with a woman and thought, is she really in this for me? Or is she just passing the time until something better comes along? The truth is, most men have no idea how to tell the difference between genuine love and manipulation. But today, I'm giving you the ultimate guide, the 10 things women do when they genuinely love you. These aren't just theories. These are cold, hard truths backed by Stoic wisdom and modern insights into relationship dynamics. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to spot true love and avoid wasting time with the wrong person. So, if you're ready to unlock the truth about relationships, comment, "I'm ready to know the truth right now," and stay with me to the very end. Relationships today are more complicated than ever before. Social media, dating apps, and a culture of instant gratification have blurred the lines between real connection and superficial attraction. But despite all the noise, there are timeless truths about love that haven't changed for centuries. You see, when a woman truly loves a man, it's not about how much money he makes or how many abs he has. It's about how he makes her feel, how he aligns with her life, and how she envisions a future with him. The problem? Most men are blind to the signs of real love. They get distracted by surface-level beauty or lose themselves trying to please a woman who doesn't value them. But not today. Today, we're diving deep into 10 clear, undeniable signs that a woman genuinely loves you. These aren't fluffy Instagram quotes or outdated relationship cliches. These are actionable insights you can start using immediately to assess your relationship. If you're ready to finally see the truth, stay with me. And don't just watch, engage. Drop your thoughts in the comments, share your experiences, and subscribe to this channel. By doing that, you help YouTube share this content with more men who need it. Now let's get started. Number 1. She prioritizes your growth over comfort. Most relationships today are about convenience. They're about what's easy, what's fun, or what feels good in the moment. But a woman who genuinely loves you isn't interested in easy. She's interested in real. And real love isn't afraid to push you to grow, even if it means shaking up your comfort zone. She sees the man you could become, and she's not willing to let you settle for less. Now, I know some of you might think, but I don't want someone constantly challenging me. Isn't love supposed to feel good? Sure, love should bring you joy, but let me ask you this. Would you rather stay comfortable and mediocre or uncomfortable and extraordinary? A woman who truly loves you will choose extraordinary every time, even if it means making you uncomfortable in the short term. Let's break this down with a real-life scenario. Imagine you're working a dead-end job. You've been complaining about it for months, saying how much you hate it, but you haven't done anything about it. A woman who loves you won't sit back and say, "Oh, it's okay, babe. You'll figure it out someday." No, she'll say, "You've been talking about starting your own business. What's stopping you? Let's make a plan. I'll support you, but you need to take the leap." She's not doing this to nag or make you feel inadequate. She's doing it because she believes in you. And that belief is powerful. It's the kind of belief that can transform your life, but only if you're willing to accept the challenge. Think about it. If she's pushing you to grow, she's investing in your future. That's not selfish. That's love. She's not content with letting you coast through life. She wants you to thrive. And if you're honest with yourself, isn't that the kind of partner you'd want by your side? Someone who sees your potential and won't let you waste it? Curiosity moment. Have you ever been with someone who truly challenged you to grow? If so, how did it change you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your story. Number 2. She defends your reputation behind your back. Loyalty. It's a word that gets thrown around a lot, but how many people in your life are truly loyal? In today's world, where people are quick to gossip and even quicker to tear others down, loyalty is rare. But a woman who genuinely loves you, her loyalty is unshakable, especially when it comes to defending your reputation. Picture this: you're not in the room, and someone starts talking trash about you. Maybe it's a friend making a sarcastic joke at your expense, or a coworker who's jealous of your achievements. Does she laugh along, or does she step up and shut it down? A woman who loves you won't tolerate anyone disrespecting you, even in your absence. She's your biggest advocate, and she'll defend your name as fiercely as she'd defend her own. This isn't just about loyalty, it's about respect. When she stands up for you, she's showing that she values who you are. She's saying, "This is my man, and I won't let anyone diminish him." And let me tell you, that kind of loyalty is priceless. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Some men might think, "I don't need a woman to defend me. I can handle myself." And while that's true, yes, you're perfectly capable of standing up for yourself. Having a partner who's got your back is a whole different level of security. It's not about whether you need her to defend you. It's about what her actions say about her feelings for you. Imagine you've had a rough week at work, and she overhears someone criticizing you unfairly. Instead of brushing it off, she steps in and says, "Actually, you don't know the full story. He's been working his tail off, and I think he deserves more credit than he's getting." That's loyalty. That's love. Number 3, she respects your boundaries. Modern culture often paints this picture of love where you're supposed to be all in all the time. 24/7 availability, constant communication, and no personal space. But that's not love. That's dependency. Real love, the kind that lasts, is built on mutual respect. And one of the clearest signs of respect is how well a woman honors your boundaries. Let's talk about boundaries for a second. As a man, your boundaries are sacred. They're the lines you draw to protect your energy, your time, and your mental health. A woman who genuinely loves you understands that. She doesn't see your boundaries as a threat. She sees them as a sign of your self-respect. And because she respects you, she respects your boundaries. Imagine you're someone who needs a little space to recharge after a long day. You tell her, "Hey, I just need an hour to myself to unwind before we talk." A woman who loves you will say, "I get it. Take your time." She won't take it personally, and she won't guilt-trip you for needing space. Instead, she'll give you that time because she understands that a better, more refreshed version of you is better for both of you. But let's flip the script for a moment. What happens when a woman doesn't respect your boundaries? She might say things like, "Why do you need space from me? Don't you love me anymore?" Or worse, she might ignore your boundaries altogether, constantly texting or calling, even when you've asked for time to focus on work or unwind. That's not love. That's control. And there's a big difference between the two. Here's the kicker. Boundaries aren't just about saying no to her. They're about saying yes to yourself. They're about prioritizing your well-being so you can show up as the best version of yourself in the relationship. A woman who loves you understands that and supports it. Number 4, she listens when you speak. Listening, real listening, is an act of love. It's not about just hearing words and nodding along. It's about understanding, empathizing, and connecting with what's being said. A woman who genuinely loves you will make you feel like your words matter. She won't just hear you. She'll absorb what you're saying and respond in a way that makes you feel valued. Think about how rare this is in today's world. With everyone glued to their phones and distracted by constant notifications, listening has become a lost art. But a woman who truly loves you, she'll put her phone down. She'll look you in the eye. She'll give you her full attention because she cares about what's on your mind. Let's dig deeper. Imagine coming home after a stressful day at work. You sit down and start talking about everything that went wrong: the unreasonable boss, the deadlines piling up, the coworker who's making your life harder. A woman who doesn't care might listen half-heartedly, throwing out generic responses like, "That sucks," or "Oh no." But a woman who loves you, she'll ask questions. She'll say, "What did your boss say?" Or, "How do you think you can handle that coworker?" She's engaged because your problems matter to her. It's not just about the big conversations either. Love is often found in the little moments. Maybe you're talking about something as trivial as the movie you watched last night, or the new restaurant you want to try. If she remembers those details later, like suggesting that restaurant for your next date night, that's her way of showing you she's listening, even when it's not about something serious. But let's flip the scenario. What happens when a woman doesn't listen? It feels like you're talking to a wall. You might even start questioning whether your voice matters at all. That's not love. That's indifference. And if there's one thing you should never settle for, it's being with someone who makes you feel like your thoughts and feelings don't count. Listening isn't just about words. It's about connection. When a woman truly listens, she's telling you, "I see you, I hear you, and I care about you." And isn't that what every man wants in a partner? Number 5. She adapts without losing herself. Compromise is the cornerstone of any strong relationship. But there's a big difference between compromising and losing yourself. A woman who genuinely loves you understands this balance. She's willing to adapt to the relationship's needs without sacrificing who she is at her core. This kind of love is rare, but when you find it, it's transformative. Let's break this down. Imagine you're someone who loves spending weekends hiking or fishing. If she's never done these things before, but makes an effort to join you because she knows how much it means to you, that's love. She's stepping out of her comfort zone to share in your world. But, and this is important, she doesn't abandon her own interests in the process. She might still carve out time for her yoga classes, book club, or painting hobby, because those things make her who she is. A healthy relationship is about two whole people coming together, not one person absorbing the other. A woman who loves you will want to merge lives, but not at the cost of losing herself. This balance shows maturity and a deep understanding of what it takes to build a sustainable partnership. Now, let's look at the opposite scenario. Imagine a woman who sacrifices everything, her hobbies, her friendships, her goals, for the sake of the relationship. At first, it might feel flattering, but over time, it becomes suffocating. Why? Because someone who loses themselves in a relationship often becomes resentful or overly dependent. True love isn't about losing identity. It's about growing together while staying true to who you both are. Say you're a career-driven man with long hours at the office. She might adapt by planning dates around your schedule or learning to enjoy solo time when you're busy. But she'll still pursue her own career or passions, showing you that she values her independence as much as she values your connection. This kind of love is powerful because it's rooted in mutual respect. She respects who you are, and she expects you to respect who she is. Together, you create a partnership where both of you can thrive. Number 6. She invests time in understanding you. Love isn't just about attraction or shared interests. It's about connection. And connection comes from understanding. A woman who genuinely loves you will make it her mission to understand you on a deep level. She won't just know the surface-level details, like your favorite food or your go-to sports team. She'll dig deeper, learning about your dreams, fears, quirks, and everything in between. Think about what this looks like in practice. Maybe you've mentioned in passing that you've always wanted to travel to Japan. Months later, she surprises you with a guidebook for the trip or starts asking about what cities you'd want to visit. That's not just thoughtfulness, that's love. She's showing you that she listens, remembers, and cares about what makes you tick. But it goes beyond just remembering facts. A woman who loves you will also pay attention to the unspoken parts of who you are. She'll notice when you're feeling off, even if you haven't said anything. Maybe you're unusually quiet one evening, and instead of ignoring it, she asks, "Hey, is everything okay? You don't seem like yourself." That kind of emotional intelligence is rare, but it's a hallmark of genuine love. A loving woman doesn't just understand you, she uses that understanding to support you in meaningful ways. If she knows you're not a morning person, she might take the lead on planning things for later in the day. If she knows you're stressed about an upcoming presentation, she might offer to help you practice or cook your favorite meal to ease the tension. These small acts of care show that she's not just in the relationship for herself, she's in it for you too. On the flip side, a woman who doesn't take the time to understand you often feels like a stranger, even if you've been together for years. She might know your favorite movie, but have no idea what motivates you or what keeps you up at night. Without that deeper understanding, the relationship lacks true intimacy. Understanding isn't just about asking questions, it's about being present, paying attention, and making an effort to connect. A woman who invests time in understanding you is showing you that she values not just the relationship, but the unique individual you are. Number 7, she takes initiative in building the future together. Love isn't just about sharing a laugh or enjoying the moment. It's about creating a shared vision for the future. A woman who truly loves you isn't waiting passively for you to take the lead on everything. She understands that a strong relationship requires partnership, and she's ready to pull her weight to build the life you both want. Let's dive deeper into what this looks like in real life. Imagine you're dating someone who's always asking, "Where is this relationship going?" Now, while this question can be valid, a woman who loves you will take it a step further. She won't just ask where things are headed. She'll come to the table with ideas, suggestions, and plans for the journey ahead. She's not waiting for you to make all the decisions. She's an active participant in your future together. Let's say you've been together for a while, and she knows you've been dreaming of owning a house someday. Instead of leaving it all up to you, she starts researching neighborhoods, looking at houses, and even suggesting ways to save money for a down payment. That's love in action. She's showing you that she's not just along for the ride. She's driving the relationship forward alongside you. But let's be clear, taking initiative doesn't mean she's dominating the relationship or trying to control the direction of your life. It's about balance. She respects your leadership, but she's also confident enough to contribute her own ideas and efforts. She's showing you that she values the relationship enough to invest her time, energy, and resources into it. Now, contrast this with someone who's always passive. She's waiting for you to plan every date, make every decision, and carry the weight of the relationship on your shoulders. Over time, that kind of dynamic becomes exhausting. A one-sided effort isn't sustainable, and it's certainly not a sign of genuine love. A woman who loves you understands that relationships are a team effort. She's willing to do her part, whether that means making sacrifices, taking initiative, or offering emotional support when you need it most. She's not afraid to share the load, and she doesn't see the relationship as a one-sided arrangement. Instead, she sees it as a partnership built on mutual effort and shared goals. Picture this. You're working hard to get a promotion at work, and she knows you've been putting in long hours. Instead of complaining about the time you're spending away, she steps in to lighten the load at home. She might handle errands, plan meals, or even surprise you with something thoughtful to keep your spirits up. She's showing you through her actions that she's invested in your success, and by extension, in your shared future. This level of commitment is rare, but it's also a hallmark of genuine love. A woman who takes initiative in building your future together isn't just thinking about the present, She's thinking about the years ahead. She's envisioning a life where you both thrive, and she's doing everything in her power to make that vision a reality. Number 8. She shows consistent small gestures of affection. Grand romantic gestures are great for Instagram, but they're not what sustains a relationship. True love isn't about flash, it's about consistency. A woman who genuinely loves you understands that it's the small, everyday acts of affection that truly matter. These gestures may seem insignificant on their own, but over time, they build a foundation of trust, connection, and intimacy. Let's unpack this. A loving woman doesn't need to make a big scene to show she cares. Instead, she finds ways to weave affection into the fabric of your daily life. Maybe it's the way she remembers how you like your coffee and has it ready for you in the morning. Maybe it's the little notes she leaves in your bag before you head out to work. Or maybe it's the way she touches your shoulder when she walks by, silently reminding you that she's there. These small gestures might not seem like much at first glance, but they're incredibly powerful. Why? Because they show consistency. Anyone can pull off a grand romantic gesture once or twice, but it takes real love to show up day after day with those little reminders of care and affection. Imagine it's been a rough day, and you come home feeling drained. Without saying a word, she hands you a drink, sits down next to you, and lets you vent. She doesn't try to fix everything or offer unsolicited advice. She just listens and provides comfort. That's a small gesture, but it speaks volumes about her love for you. On the flip side, think about relationships where these small gestures are missing. Sure, there might be occasional grand displays of affection, a surprise weekend getaway, or an expensive gift. But without the day-to-day consistency, those moments can feel hollow. True love isn't about occasional highs. It's about the steady, reliable presence of someone who truly cares. And let's not forget the emotional impact of these small gestures. Over time, they create a sense of safety and stability in the relationship. You know that no matter how chaotic life gets, she's there for you in the little ways that matter most. This kind of love isn't just comforting, it's transformative. These small gestures aren't just about making you feel loved, they're also about showing respect. When she remembers your preferences, anticipates your needs, or takes the time to make your day a little brighter, she's telling you that she values you. She's saying, "I see you, and I care enough to show it." Now, let's address an important point. Small gestures go both ways. A woman who loves you will give these consistently, but she'll also appreciate them in return. Relationships thrive when both partners are willing to put in the effort, no matter how small the action may seem. So, if you're lucky enough to have a woman who shows her love in these little ways, make sure you're doing the same for her. Small gestures aren't about the action itself. They're about the intention behind it. When a woman consistently shows her love through these little acts, she's reminding you that she's in it for the long haul. She's showing you that her love isn't just a feeling, it's a choice she makes every day. Number 9. She stands by you during hard times. Love isn't tested when things are good. It's tested when everything falls apart. A woman who genuinely loves you will be there not just for the victories, but for the struggles. She doesn't run when the storm hits. She digs her heels in and fights alongside you. This is one of the clearest signs of real love because, let's face it, it's easy to stay when everything is smooth sailing. The true test of commitment is how someone acts when life gets messy. Picture this. You lose your job. It's a devastating blow, and suddenly you're feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. A woman who's only in it for the perks of the relationship might start pulling away. She might make excuses, act distant, or even start looking for an exit. But a woman who loves you? She'll sit down with you, look you in the eye and say, "We'll figure this out together." She won't make it about her. She won't add to your stress by complaining about how this affects her life. Instead, she'll focus on finding solutions. Maybe she helps you update your resume, networks on your behalf, or even takes on extra work to help make ends meet. She's not just saying, "I'm here for you." She's showing it through her actions. It's not just about financial hardships. Hard times come in many forms: health issues, family problems, personal failures. A loving woman will stand by you no matter the challenge. If you're dealing with a loss, she'll offer comfort. If you're struggling with your mental health, she'll encourage you to seek help and remind you that you don't have to face it alone. Imagine you're going through a rough patch emotionally. You're not your usual self. Maybe you're more irritable, withdrawn, or even insecure. A woman who doesn't truly care might distance herself, saying, "I can't deal with this." But a woman who loves you, she'll recognize that you're human and that everyone has their ups and downs. Instead of pulling away, she'll lean in, offering patience, understanding, and support. This kind of loyalty isn't common, and that's what makes it so valuable. A woman who stands by you during hard times is showing you that her love isn't conditional. She's not just there for the good times, she's committed to weathering the storms with you. And let's be honest, life will always have storms. Knowing you have someone by your side who won't waver makes all the difference. But don't get it twisted. This doesn't mean she's a pushover or that she'll put up with someone who refuses to help themselves. A loving woman will stand by you, but she'll also hold you accountable. If you're not making an effort to overcome your challenges, she'll call you out, but she'll do it with compassion. She's not there to enable. She's there to support and encourage you to rise again. A woman who stands by you in hard times isn't just showing love, she's showing character. And character is what separates fleeting relationships from lifelong partnerships. Number 10, she holds you accountable with compassion. The last sign of genuine love might be the hardest to hear, but it's also one of the most important. A woman who loves you won't let you slide into mediocrity. She won't sit back and watch you make poor decisions, ignore your responsibilities, or sabotage your potential. But here's the key. She won't hold you accountable in a way that tears you down. Instead, she'll do it with compassion, lifting you up while challenging you to be better. Nobody likes being called out, especially by their partner. It's uncomfortable, and it can even feel like criticism. But a woman who truly loves you isn't trying to criticize. She's trying to help you grow. She sees your potential, and she cares too much to let you waste it. Her accountability is rooted in love, not control. Imagine this. You've been slacking on your health. You're eating junk food, skipping workouts, and generally not taking care of yourself. A woman who doesn't care might ignore it, thinking, "That's his problem, not mine." But a loving woman? She'll sit you down and say, "I love you, and I want you to be healthy. Let's figure out how we can work on this together." Notice the difference here. She's not nagging or shaming you. She's offering support. She's holding you accountable, but she's also showing that she's in this with you. That's the balance of love and accountability. It's not about tearing you down, it's about building you up. Here's another example. Maybe you've been neglecting your goals, putting off that side hustle, skipping opportunities for personal growth, or settling for less than you're capable of. A woman who loves you won't let you get away with it. She'll challenge you to step up, not because she's trying to control your life, but because she believes in you. She knows you're capable of more, and she wants to see you thrive. But let's be clear. This kind of accountability only works when it's paired with compassion. A woman who loves you won't belittle you, guilt you, or make you feel like a failure. Instead, she'll remind you of your strengths and help you find solutions. She's not there to point out your flaws. She's there to help you overcome them. This level of accountability is rare because it requires emotional maturity. It's easier to ignore problems or criticize from a place of frustration. But a woman who loves you knows that true accountability comes from a place of care and respect. She's willing to have the hard conversations because she values the relationship and your potential too much to stay silent. Accountability isn't just about the big things either. It's about the small, everyday habits that shape your life. A loving woman might remind you to stick to your budget, encourage you to follow through on your commitments, or gently nudge you to spend more time with your family. These may seem like minor things, but they add up to a stronger, more fulfilling life. In the end, a woman who holds you accountable with compassion is a rare gem. She's not just your partner, she's your teammate, your cheerleader, and your biggest supporter. She's not afraid to push you, but she'll always do it in a way that lifts you higher. And that, my friends, is love at its finest. Real love isn't just about grand gestures or fleeting moments of happiness. It's about someone who shows up for you every single day. It's about standing strong through the hard times, challenging you to grow, and building a future together with unwavering loyalty and care. If the woman you're with embodies these qualities, you're not just lucky, you're respected, valued, and truly loved. And if not, remember this: love should lift you, not weigh you down. You deserve a partnership that inspires you to be your best self and never makes you question your worth. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe now. By doing so, you're not just supporting this channel, you're helping this message reach other men who need it. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. What signs have you experienced, or what are you looking for in real love? Let's start a conversation and empower more men to seek and recognize relationships that truly matter. And don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Together, we're building a space for truth, growth, and stronger connections.